Welcome back to another show and tell video. Today we're looking at an example of a cup type grenade discharger or launcher. And this one is for the pattern Enfield rifle number 1 Mark III specifically. So that refers to the full name short magazine Lee Enfield Mark III type of rifle, which has a very distinct barrel and um, fore-end furniture arrangement, which allows for this type of claw type attachment. So we'll get into that. This particular example is made in India. If I can actually find the markings, they're a little bit hard to see. So if I try to rotate this piece here, we can see RFI, which stands for Rifle Factory Ishapur in India. And some of the components we can see right away are the claw attachment here with the lever ends. We can see here a valve system for controlling flow of exhaust gas from the propellant used to launch the uh, grenade from the cup, usually a blank round in the rifle itself. The expended gas proceeds up the barrel through the bottom of the discharger and then presses against the bottom of the grenade, which then discharges it out this end of the cup. By adjusting the flow of excess gas out of this valve here, you can actually control the velocity upon exit of the grenade itself. Um, this one here you can see has an adjustment knob, locking knob that is round and knurled, so possibly interwar production between what's known as World War One and World War Two. There were various developments in design in how to launch projectiles downrange, larger ones, and this was one possible design, which was eventually redesigned as more of a spigot component to launch different shaped grenades and not having to have something as heavy and large as this type of item, because this does have some significant weight, and you can see it does require some significant machining. And even during the war period, when this was still in use, some of these parts were replaced with like wing nuts for ease of manufacture, and a lot of these other features were done away with. Um, Size-wise, this is approximately 2.5 inches for the projectile, or roughly 63 millimeters, I believe. And if I can show you a diagram, I don't have an actual Enfield Mark III. If this is the barrel end facing this way, and a projectile would normally proceed in that direction, by loading a blank cartridge into a specially modified Mark III, the propellant gas proceeds down the barrel. And as you can see here, with this representation of this item, this would actually attach onto the special uh, furniture end with the metal pieces, etc., onto the end of the barrel here, so that the gas can proceed down the center valve here. You can see how it would have flow to impact the bottom of the grenade and thrust it out in this direction. So hopefully that makes some sense. Quickly taking this apart, this thing was quite covered in cosmoline upon arrival. So after some cleaning, you can see that the threads cleaned up pretty nice. You can see where the gas would enter this area here and proceed through the main cup assembly. Um, some of the various projectiles that were used also were in development during the interwar years. Uh, Originally, predating this was something called a Mills device, and that typically, without using this, would send a grenade that was mounted here with a long attached stem, and then the pressure of the blank firing round would impact the stem that's running down the length of the barrel and then thrust the entire device down range. That then was then modified by using, instead of a stem, more of a flat disc against the base of a projectile, and then the gas would press against that disc, thrusting the round-shaped grenade down range. And then later on, other projectiles were created, such as, I'll put some links in the description, a number 68 AT, or anti-tank uh, grenade, which had a pretty specific cylindrical shape with fins that would fit into this type of cup as well. So again, this was kind of an interwar years development when they had the time to kind of innovate and design or whatever, and this eventually was replaced with a much simpler spigot style design for different types of spigot mounted grenades. But taking a quick look at a cup type grenade discharger, this one example made in India from Rifle Factory Ishapur. This one again to be attached to the Enfield rifle number 1 Mark III. This has been another show and tell video. Feel free to check out other show and tell videos on vintage milsurp tools and expanded topics. We also do unboxing videos, as well as a selection of book review, media reviews, and a series called Curios for the Curious, videos on more artsy type objects. Feel free to check all those out. Feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you next time.